We're now going to talk about how to void an existing transaction that has not settled, and also how to run a credit against a transaction that has been settled in the system. In order to run a credit to a cardholder or void an existing transaction in the current batch, the easiest method for accomplishing this is through the transaction detail report. We do have a secondary method of doing it, and that is through the transact function, but the most frequently used is the transaction detail report. From the transaction detail report, simply enter the data for the information you're looking to credit or void, and the transactions will be pulled back. In this case, we'll search for transactions processed yesterday and today. Once the results are returned to the merchant, they have the ability to go in and void or credit a transaction. You can see that transactions that have a status of settled are able to be credited or refunded. Transactions that are approved yet marked for settlement are voidable. In this example, we'll go ahead and void this transaction for $10. All I have to do is click the void link, and the system will attempt to grab that information to void the transaction from the current batch. Once you've clicked the void button, you're presented with the transaction details for the transaction in the current batch. In order to void this, simply click the void button again. You'll be prompted by the system to confirm the void, click yes, and the transaction is successfully voided from the system and removed from the batch. To run a credit, the easiest method is through the credit card transaction detail report. In this scenario, we've searched for transactions that were processed yesterday and today. You're provided with a list of transactions that are currently out based on the date range you've chosen. In this scenario, we see a transaction that's been settled. If I wanted to credit this transaction, I simply click the credit refund on the far right. It provides me a screen to issue the refund. I have to click the issue refund tab in order to successfully refund the money back to the cardholder.